Hello, everybody. Welcome. This is the first time that we're doing something like this. We're virtually live, and we've got you beautiful folks joining us tonight for our official book launch. It's nice to see you. Thank you. We might as well raise a glass while we're at that. It's Wednesday night, but we're giving ourselves one of our 2 days today. So thank you to everyone who's joined us tonight. Thanks to everyone who's here virtually and streaming in. We'll see everyone come in and they can pop their comments in, and you get to see how it all operates behind the scenes and how it's happened for the last 2.5 years. Started in lockdown with a couple cameras. A lot of you are on the other end of it, and there's a few of you that I've only seen a face for the first time tonight, which is fantastic. It's a pity it's taken so long, but it's a privilege that we've got an opportunity like this to meet. And all of it's because of some food. So we've spent the last 2.5 years together in kitchens, on your screens. It feels like I know a lot of you. I'm sure it feels like a lot of you know me and my family and my kids, and that's the life that we've kind of lived in. And the last little while has been about putting it together so that it's a little bit more tangible. And there's been some blood, sweat, and tears that has finally brought this to fruition, and something that we're proud of from the little team that we're able to do it. So thank you to all of you for coming tonight. A couple shout outs to kind of get it all started as well. Firstly, obviously, Tony. So much of the hard work that went into what we've got here was Tony's creations, the recipes, bringing them in from all sorts of different places, keeping us on the straight and narrow to make sure that we were on track with the recipes. We've still got a bunch of about almost as many that went into the book that didn't make the cut, so there might have to be a second one. We'll see how it goes. But some beautiful styling that went along the way. A lot of the more beautiful pics were Tony's as opposed to mine, but we had a crack. We had a lot of fun doing it. If you saw any of the videos, there were days that was just in my kitchen at home, and it was kind of Jana will speak to it, egging each other on, and Tony would put out a great looking plate, and it was like, all right, now we've got some inspiration. How can we do something a little bit better? From some people who aren't trained food stylists in any way, we did all right, and then it all got brought together to look as beautiful as it is from Jana, who can stick her hand up there. She's a lot of the good-looking things that come our way from Jeff are because of Jana and her team, and she's kind of put our dreams together on the pages. Beautiful-looking pics, style that's great, everything that really worked together. It was a lot of hard work. I know it's a lot of late nights and long weekends, Jana, and we're indebted forever for helping us get to this point. So thank you. And then I think even more, a little bit more broader, kind of to Jeff, an opportunity that we've had not only to kind of celebrate plates with all of you because of what Jeff's given us, but for a lot of us, there's journeys, there's things that we've achieved over the last 2.5 years. There's been ups and downs, and a lot of you have been with us from day dot, and I'm proud that nutrition's played a part in a lot of that, and for you guys here with us as well. And it's all because of the platform that we started, and then because of you guys in the community that did it for us. So we continue to do it because of you. I mean, we wouldn't have put a book out if there was no one who wanted it. So thank you for being part of us as well and allowing us to do all of this. So as much as it was our dream, it's nice that it's been able to find its way into your guys' kitchens, and hopefully more as we go. All right. So if you've got a glass, have a little toast, have a cheers, and we're going to do one of the recipes. So cheers before I get to that. And to everyone who's checking in online here, my eyes don't read that far, but I'll catch up on some comments in a second. We're doing one of the recipes, the cocoa coffee pork fillet, which was one that we did, just a nice little quick and easy sort of showcase of it. And there are a few little tasters to the side there. We have our tomato and ricotta soup, which is in the book, and it's winter and it's autumny, and it's beautiful. So a little bit there. Beetroot hummus dip, and then the chocolate chia pudding. So there are a couple little things if you want to have a couple tasters as we go along. Feel free to watch, chat, do what you will. We'll do our thing and we'll all get stuck in. Right, Tones, do you want to say anything?
I think you've said it all, but yeah, just thanks to everybody for enjoying our food, because that's what keeps us going and it makes us happy that you guys get so much out of it. And yeah, to Jeff for the opportunity to have all of it in our hands and we can put it in the kitchen and make it messy and scribble all over it. That's what we want you guys to do as well. So have fun
and for where it all started, Jono, thank you for joining us as well. Off a flight back from Durban, making sure he couldn't miss it. We're essentially here because of Jono. So, big man, to you as well. Cheers. So, we're going to do our coffee, cocoa, pork fillet, page 94, if anyone's got it at home and you want to see kind of what we're doing. It's nice and easy, just a very flavorful rub that goes onto some pork. We're going to fry it off. Got a little oven just to finish it and cook it through and serve it with some veg. All right. So, jump in. Cool. We've got the recipe in front of us just in case we forget it. We might have to get some hands up here as well if there's anyone who's gonna jump in. So coffee and cocoa, nice flavors, kind of gives a little bit of tartness, quite earthy, which is great and plays nicely with pork fillets, very lean protein, which is super, something that's economical, great option. We often don't eat enough of it, but it's good. Gets a bit of a bad rap. In the recipe, in the book, it serves two. We've got two big fillets here. We're going to make a couple tasters. So basically, we're just going to sort of amplify it out a little bit. So Tones, do you want to pop as we go? So I'm using this coffee. It's the espresso one. It's just a smaller grind, so it's going to stick a little bit nicer. But you can use any kind of instant coffee. It'll work beautifully. So it's really coffee, some brown sugar, some cocoa powder, and some thyme leaves and olive oil. Okay. While Tones does that, I'm going to see if I can catch up on some comments and say hello to people who've joined us. Right. So who's here? Visol. Visol got her book, and I'm sure a lot of you know Visol as well. There are stars on the recipes that she's tried and loved and bound, and if you've seen her planner that goes up as well, absolutely amazing, an inspiration for a lot of us as well in our nutrition journeys. Visol, thanks for joining us. Gavin Raymond, good evening to you. He was our very first order that came through, was Gavin Raymond. So always a special place. Caitlin Westbrook up in Durbs. Hey, how are you doing? Renata Stradham saying congrats. Thank you very much. Callie, wish you could be here. Wish you were here with us as well. Kim Johnston, how's it going? Tish Corley. Siri Kravitz, all the way in the US of A. All right. So we've got some thyme. We've got some brown sugar. There's the cocoa powders going in, and then a bit of olive oil. And then we're just going to coat the pork fillets with that. Should we do it this way around? Yeah. Okay, so we're just making a lovely sort of wet rub, a little paste. And then so 2 fillets that will get that. Yeah.
It's just going on.
Rub it in there. Let's get it under the view. Okay, none of you guys would have seen that recipe before. The book's great. It's got a few of our familiar favorites that you might know from the app you've tried before, that have been around for the last almost 2 years, some of them. And some nice new ones that we got inspiration along the way. This is one of them.
And ideally, how long in advance would you do this for Monday?
So the beautiful thing about pork is it's quite a good meat that soaks up flavor. The longer you leave something in there, the longer you leave that marinade going, the more it's going to seep through. If you're in a rush, you can do it like we're doing it now. If you've got a little bit of time, even the day before, day in advance, those flavors will get in there beautifully. So we'll get that in. And the pan's going to go to a medium-high heat. We're just going to start searing it off, and then we'll finish it in the oven while we flash fry some greens, and then we're ready to go.
Okay.
Looking good.
Done.
Okay. So just a little bit of oil in the pan. All right. Fits. Tones, what is one of your favorite recipes in the book? What stands out for you?
That's so hard. I like all the toasts because we just have peanut butter toast and then it tickle you and
Doesn't quite do the same thing.
So the toast is showing you how to make toast meal and how you can do it in so many different ways.
Toast 8 ways, and it was beautiful. Tony was shooting these toasts. Jana was there. We had them all lined up. All the beautiful little toppings. If you haven't seen that, why don't you go to the page that we'll show it. And it was great. And Tony fought hard for the toast 8 ways to be in the recipe book. Because part of what we wanted to do was also showcase that you can have toast. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. We don't have to avoid bread. It's not evil. So Tone's made it look absolutely beautiful. Bring it here. You can see it on the camera as well. If you've got your books at home, toast 8 ways, beautifully done. Just a couple simple ingredients, but leveled up just to make it look prettier. You eat with your eyes, so it's important to kind of tie that all in. So quite a ripper.
What's your favorite?
Geez, that's a good question. I think this might actually be it. This was something I did a good few years ago for the first time as an experiment. And those coffee and cocoa flavors work so nicely together. It almost smells like a chocolate factory once it starts cooking. And if you can have a little bit of chocolate with dinner, why not? Why not?
And the chia pudding chocolate for breakfast.
Exactly. The chia pudding tastings there. Run us through what those are. What are they?
Okay, so we've got the tomato and ricotta soup. Roasted tomatoes, put the ricotta in, blend it all together, so it's also super quick and easy. And then also ricotta and beetroot hummus with some dippers and salt and caramel chia chocolate pudding.
Those are yummy. Guys, feel free. Before, I don't know if Edgar's here, he was coming, but they won't last very long. Ed here. Once he sees the tasters, it'll all be gone. Right, let's catch up on some comments. Deline Blackman is here with us. Deline, how's it going? Vishal saying hello to you. You're out of shot. Come this way a little bit. Dominique, how are you with us as well? I wonder if there's anyone out there cooking with us this evening. A few here might catch us on playback. I know Joy might. Hey, you weren't listening. Who else is here? Ansi Nell, hello, good evening to you. Karen Eccles, couldn't make it, got your book though. Lovely. Okay, so you can see in here, nice color, the cocoa and coffee caramelizing. You can smell those flavors. Just a little bit of salt on there. So the pork's going to get about 3 minutes on each side, and then it's going to go into the oven at 180 just to kind of cook through. It can still be a little bit pink in the middle. It's still going to be okay. You don't have to cook pork until it's completely cooked through, unless you like it done that way. But still, just a little bit of moistness, a little bit of pink on the inside. I just want this to brown on all sides. So we'll give it a little bit on each side. Once the color's in there, it'll go into the oven, and we'll do our greens. Right, so it's simple. We've got a nice bunch of greens there. Just wipe this and we'll... Good. Ashley can't wait for yours to arrive. It's in the post, Ashley. So anyone who hasn't got it yet, guys, there's still a couple going out this week. With couriers, you'll get a message when it's on its way. And some of you are walking away with it tonight, which is great. All right. Should we put some greens?
Okay. Baby fennel.
It was lovely going into season now. Some fennel. I know Tony loves her fennel. How would you cook that before we get to it? Bit of baby fennel. Fennel may be something we don't use a lot of, but it's great. It's nice, high fiber, loads of flavor in it, and so it works really well. A couple other recipes that we've got it in as well, hey?
Yeah. Let's see raw. But I like to slice it in half, and then on a griddle pan, char it, and then just put some lemon juice and some olive oil.
Lovely. You can see it all in the front over here. Some broccoli, some baby fennel, some munch too, and a little bit of corn. So we're just going to, same pan, no need to worry about too much washing. It's all going to go in there and done. Quick and easy. We've got a 20-minute dinner. Yeah.
Smells so good.
Can you guys smell it? Can you smell it? Okay. So that's going in at 180. All right. Just clean up the pan here. Okay, same pan, just a little bit of a wipe. We'll get rid of that. Yeah. Okay. So we've just got our greens there while the pork's in the oven. People are finally starting to have a couple of tasters.
What do you think?
Sharon, how's that? Come and show us what you've had there. Into the camera. You guys will all know Sharon, one of Tony's clients for quite a while. You guys work together.
Yes.
Okay.
Beetroot hummus, delicious, with Melba toast and little veggie cuts. Delicious. Well done.
Lovely.
Good going.
So
And
that
this
one's the
smells absolutely
smells lovely.
delicious. I'm definitely going to have some.
Lovely, Sharon. Good. So leveling up hummus there just with a bit of beetroot. So it's great. Beetroot's fantastic. Loads of it around at the moment as well. You get plenty of it. And it's a lot more economical to make your own hummus as opposed to buying it all the time. Good plant-based protein, and by getting the beetroots in there, you're just getting a little bit more good nutrition, some nitrates, good for the blood pressure, which is fantastic.
And a little bit of extra protein from the ricotta.
Was there ricotta more?
Yeah, they get creamy as well.
Okay, so we're just going to roughly chop the greens and literally cook them quickly so that they're nice and crunchy.
Just until they turn a brighter green.
Yeah. Right. Okay, I think that's enough to go into the pan. One of my favorite things with greens literally is greens, olive oil, salt in the pan. If you didn't forget the soy sauce and balsamic vinegar at home, you could have popped that in as well for just a little bit of flavor. But that'll just go in and it cooks super quickly. A bit of ginger and garlic. Again, if you're in your kitchen and you didn't forget everything at home, those would have been great. Yeah. But you can make do with what you've got. So a little bit of thyme left over from the pork. It's always useful leveling up your veg with just a little bit of flavor. So you get a bit bored of eating the same things. So you can just change a herb, you can change a spice, and then all of a sudden it's different.
And you're adding flavor without the need to drink any sauce.
Yeah, that'll be literally 3 minutes. Just once it's heated through. So like Tony said, you just see it starts to nice and bright green. Look at that, I'll get under the camera. So the colors just start to come out, but you still want it crunchy. Yeah, those ones. Okay, let's get a bit of color in there. Lovely. Yeah. And I'm going to turn that off, just let the heat come through slightly, and you're going to be ready. Just shake it here. Okay, the last little thing, a bit of heat. Some optional chili that we're going to serve it with. Yeah. There. All right, we'll just check on the pork. Give it another minute or two, a little bit soft on the inside. We're going to take it out, let it rest, slice it with a veg, and we're done. Simple as that. That was literally about 20 minutes, I think. Done, easy. That's what the book's about, making sure that things are quick, easy, simple. There's a handful of ingredients that went in here, but there's loads of flavor. This is part of the Quick and Easy section that we've got, which is all about that, keeping ingredients down, nice and easy, quick to do, 20 minutes, and you're done. An example of that. All right. And we'll show you on here. Look at that, lovely.
Look at that. So
Yeah. And just for the camera, I'll slice it from the thin side. because we still want it to rest a little bit there in the middle. Okay. Okay, who's gonna? Louis, are you gonna taste it? Louis, like we all know, Louis is not afraid of being in front of the camera. There you go.
Well, I'm a good fan of the camera and good meat, so. Okay, sorry, I didn't actually pay attention. I was trying to touch the crowd.
It's all over there. Right?
It tastes very delicious. It actually tastes like more. So it's real good.
Done.
It's very nice. I said
Lovely.
give you one on
Simple.
but I'm going to stick one on your camera now.
Thank you. Lovely. Quick, simple. I'm going to finish the extra there so you guys are watching at home got a taste of it. It's fantastic. That's what it's about, guys. Making it easy, full of flavor, celebrating simple stuff. They can still help you on your journey, whatever that is. So getting into the kitchen, helping you love it, keeping it comfortable a little bit better. So if you haven't got your Grabby Myths on a copy, you can head over to the website and get it, and we'll send it over to you. For everyone who's here tonight, there's for you guys as well, plenty available. So everyone who's here virtually with us, thank you for joining us for our official launch. It's been nice to see your names pop up onto the feed there. Even though you couldn't be with us in person, you're in our thoughts. So thank you very much. James? All good?
Yeah.
Lovely.
Let's eat.
We're going to eat. We're going to feed everyone. We're going to sign a couple books. And we'll see you guys all live again tomorrow morning. Cheers, guys. Thanks for joining us. Bye.